Hello, my name is Dartea Reyes, and welcome to the Power of Multimedia. Today we'll be discussing the brief introduction of multimedia and its impact in society. What is multimedia? Multimedia is the term that describes different forms of technology outlets that are integrated into one visual product. For example, you can create a presentation for class. You have all the visuals in there like images, graphics, video clip, sound. Multimedia. The first project that used multimedia was the newspaper because it used text graphics. This was a major form of communication for people at the time. Later on, as we moved forward, the development of the radio, television, and the movies helped lead to new forms of communication digitally. With the integration of multimedia, it helps transmit, store, and represents while sending digitally. Also, software and hardware and files multimedia can be embedded in. The different types of multimedia: TV, radio, movies, video games, social networking sites, etc. These different platforms have different visual aspects and impacts for many individuals. The importance of multimedia. There are many different industries that rely on multimedia: politics, entertainment, business, education, military, public service. For example, education depends on multimedia nowadays since we are in the 21st century and rely on technology due to the integration of online schooling and promotional content for the schools. Also, within the importance of multimedia for online schooling, when it comes to content within the school's materials that the professor provides, it depends heavily on the visual cues of the integration of multimedia. The positive impact of multimedia delivers fast results, sending a digital message across the masses, money saver, help different type of learners. The reason why the positive impact of multimedia helps different type of learners because there are visual cues, there are a lot of visual learners, auditory learners. It hits every aspect of an individual need. On top of that, it's money saving after a while for particular reason when you're trying to spread a message across. Because if you do not promote your brand through multimedia, you are in the long run, you're going to lose money. So in this case, you're actually investing in the future of your brand by promoting multimedia in every aspect through social media, through every use of multimedia. Negative impacts of multimedia: damage control, losing money, trademark infringement, mixed messages. Sure, it's great to integrate multimedia in any form of presentation to help promote your brand through across the digital atmosphere. But you have to understand there are always ripple effects on specific visual cues or messages you're trying to put across. There are always going to be negative aspects about integrating any type of form of technology. For example, if you post up a logo that you haven't got the right authorization to post it up on your site, that is a negative impact towards your site, your brand, because you're not paying the proper channels, respecting the copyright laws, and you're it's fraudulent against creative work. Therefore, this falls underneath the negative impact of digital etiquette. You must respect fellow other people online that you are citing their work or you're using their work. You must reference and cite and use the right proper channels if you're going to use it. In the pursuit of greater equality in our education system from K to PhD, technology, access, print, literacies, verbal skills all collide as requirements for even basic participation in information based technology dependent economy and society. Adam J. Banks. This quote really represents or reflects on what is going on in today's society based on technology. When you integrate technology or multimedia sources within the learning environment, it helps increase the creativity of the individual more. But you have to teach each individual the proper channels of doing particular things within technology properly. Therefore, creating a safe, positive digital citizenship environment for that individual. In the end, multimedia helps promotes creativity for any individual that struggles to articulate any idea or invention that they can't say in words. So they will put it into technology format and put out a beautiful piece of work. For example, a video game. Video gamers create their own magical world of what they see envisioned as a thorough game. Also, multimedia just ties into what is today's economy focusing on. It's highly focusing on the arts and STEM. You can basically code, you can create hardware for the computers, you can design video games, and the endless possibility of computer science careers with multimedia. In the end, multimedia creates new jobs, new creative outlets. But you have to be aware of the messages you are sending through your creative outlets of multimedia. That's why you have to think about what's your message, design it carefully, and execute it by implementing it in your work learning environment. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the power of multimedia. I'm Starche Reyes.